Hey everybody, Mrs. Kroll here. In this video, I'm going to go through the second AP problem on differential equations. So this one says, at the beginning of 2010, a landfill contained 1,400 tons of solid waste. The increasing function W models the amount of solid waste stored at the landfill. Planners estimate that W will satisfy the differential equation dW over dt equals 1/25 W minus 300 for the next 20 years. W is measured in tons and T is measured in years from the start of 2010. Use the tangent line to the graph of W at time equals 0 to approximate the amount of solid waste that the landfill contains at the end of the first 3 months. So at time 1/4. So again, with this problem, just like the last one, we are going to write the equation of the tangent line. So when we write the equation of the tangent line, we need to have those three pieces. We have to have my slope, we have to have my x value, and we have to have my y value. Now, again, it gives me that time equals 0, so I know that my x value is 0. And then we also know that at the very beginning, what is it starting with? Well, it's going to contain this 1,400 tons of solid waste. Now, since we have this differential equation, the differential equation is the derivative, so that's going to get me to my slope, so that my m is going to be the slope by plugging in 0 and 1,400 into this differential equation. So it's going to be 1 over 25. Now, pay attention to what we're looking at here. W minus 300. W, all right, is really the y. So my y minus 300. And I know that it's my y because it's dw over dt. So the derivative of w with respect to t. So the letter on top is showing me my y values. So that this is going to be 1,400 minus 300. So that when I get and solve for this, I'm going to have 1,100 divided by 25 to give me an answer of 44. Okay, then we're going to write the equation to our tangent line. So it's going to be y minus 1,400 equals 44, my slope, x minus 0. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to simplify this a little bit more. So y equals 44x plus 1,400. Now we are going to go ahead and use this to help estimate the amount that it contains at the end of the first 3 months. So that gives us that time of 1/4. So y equals 44 times 1/4 plus 1,400, my initial starting amount. So 44 times 1/4 is going to be 11 plus 1,400 to give me an estimate of 1,411 tons. All right, then after we do this, we are going to go ahead and find the particular solution All right, this particular solution means that then we have to separate out our variables and then use the initial condition of 0, 1,400. So to separate out the variables, I'm going to divide both sides by w minus 300. So I will have dw divided by w minus 300. And that is going to equal 1 over 25. Multiply both sides by dt to move that. Then we can go ahead and integrate. When we integrate over here, we do need to use u sub. So that my u is w minus 300, and then my du is my dw. So that would give me the integral of 1 over u, and we know the integral of 1 over u is the natural log of my u. So the natural log of w minus 300 equals 1 over 25t plus c. Now it does tell me that I have to make sure that w equals wt. So when I see that, I know I'm going to have to solve this equation for w. So I'm going to go right ahead and take both to the power of e, so that they cancel over here, and I have w minus 300 equals, now remember we have this plus c in the exponent, so when we have that plus c in the exponent, we can bring it down in front, ce to the 1 over 25t, and then I can just solve here, but actually before I do that, I was going to solve for w, but I see we have to go ahead and find that particular solution. So right here, this looks like a good spot for me to plug in and solve for c now, so that I have 1,400 minus 300 equals ce to the 1/25 times 0. Now this is going to give me 1,100 c, and then over here I have e to the 0 power, and e to the 0 power is always 1. So that my c value is 1,100. And then I can go ahead, w minus 300, fill in that c value, 1,100, e to the 1 over 25t. And then go ahead and add over your 300 to solve for w. If you want to, you can go ahead and check our Canvas page. I do have the scoring guides posted for both of these, so you could see how they are scored on the AP test.